What's up, gang? It's your boy. We back again. As you can tell by the video, we are about to start this car. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've already started it. But it hasn't ran for a while, long time. I've only started up, let it run for a minute. Had some few issues that I had to iron out. But we're gonna talk about a few things in the computer. Go over what I'm running. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Like the videos, go back, watch the bill. A lot of people have been waiting for this video to inspire, or whatever you want to call it, conspire, because it's an odd build, but it's neat, it's different, and we're going to get right to it. So we're going to go into the car. As you guys know, I have an 86 Buick Grand National, and it is on micro squirt. So we're running a 4.3 liter Vortec headed with a 62 millimeter GT35 turbo. So with that being said, the car is still V6 for the guys that don't know, but we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna go into here in Tuner Studio, and you'll learn how all this works. But let's get into it. I've already got the car connected as far as USB. Now it is a 9-pin. Is it called 232? And I converted it. You can buy that cable on eBay. I think I paid like $12 for that cable. Now, if it's your first time connecting to it, make sure you have that cable connected to it before you connect to your microsquirt, because it would automatically update the firmware to use for that cable. I did learn that. So we're gonna get the switch turned on here, and you probably hear the fuel pump priming in the back. And we're gonna go up here to Tuner Studio, and let's see. I really need to get onto this whole screen capture like everybody else is doing, but hey, I'm not that high tech. Alright, so as you can see, this is your main screen. We have a registered version. Now you can get your car started with the light version. Works perfectly fine. So you can get your car started. Now this version, the registered version, allows you to use inputs and outputs and the auto tune feature. So I've only have one project in here, which is the 86 Grand National. You do have examples and stuff like that in there that you can play around with. So let's go here. Now a lot of stuff I've already built the tune for this car offline, meaning in the house. So you can build a tune and then upload it. Now one thing I do like about this, it loads quick to the controller. Just make sure that your key is on. Now I'm already linked, easy as that. So some of your basic settings over here, you have engine and sequential. Make sure that you're setting all this stuff up. And if guys, you want me to do a video on how to do this, I will break down how to do this. You need to make sure your injectors, your dead time is correct. Some of the main things you need to set up is make sure you have a reputable wideband controller. Set up your ergo control, which is your wideband controller. AFR table. So I built my AFR table, as you can see there. It's pretty generic. I mean, it'll get it going. And this is what your VE table will be based off of. It will try to get it as close to whatever you have as your target AFR. So I built that there. And as you see, we go up into boost. Anything boosted is above 100 kPa, as you see right there. Now you can scale this to whatever you want. So if you're running more boost, you can scale this out to 300, 400 kPa. I'm not ever probably going to run no more than 20 pounds of boost, at least right now. So I have it scaled to 240. I'm running a 3-bar map. And you do have to calibrate your map to the ECU, which I think I'm gonna probably do a video on that, guys. It's easy. So 200 kPa is around the 14 pounds of boost is where this particular motor probably live. And as you can see, we got AFR around about 11.8 right now. So we'll see how it does right there. A little rich, but it's safe right now. So it is rich. I know it's rich. You probably can lean it up some, but we're running for safe right now. Get an overall bass tune. So that's your AFR table. Guys, if you want me to do a video on how to build a AFR table on one of these things, it's not hard. So we'll exit out of there. So that was your AFR targets. And now we go down to the VE table. And get rid of this little pop-up here, whatever that is. Alright, so VE table. Now my VE table, I can tell you, is way off. It is good enough to get this thing running and not be dumping a whole lot of fuel or running extremely lean. It wasn't running extremely lean when I first started up, which, you know, it doesn't hurt anything if you're running lean, you know, first startup at idle. You know, you're not going down the road with this thing lean, so you're not doing any damage. But this is my VE table. I will tell you, in these areas, especially depending on what your setup is, this is where your motor is going to live. Is, as you see my finger flowing up at a like a diagonal motion, and you kind of see the green there. That's where your motor is going to live, far as when you're hitting the gas up and down. Over here is your deceleration. Right now you see we're sitting at 100 kPa, which is sea level, so that means my map sensor is set correctly, is calibrated correctly. And I have, now you can take these cells and come in and, you know, highlight them and change them. You can come up here, up and down, plus or minus. You can just change one cell. You don't have to change them all. So what I did was I went in and I upped all these cells right here, which is my idle. So my theory behind this is I want it to be rich and then allow my tuning feature to bring it back down to where its volumetric efficiency is. So I think I have my idle range set around about 13.8, 14 AFR. So I want it to come up and then bring it down. And then, of course, as you go up, your numbers will go increase. Now, I probably will increase these numbers eventually once I start tuning into the boost regions. But, you know, I'll increase these because I would rather for it to run rich and then let the computer bring it back down according to my AFR target table. I never wanted to run lean and then try to compensate for it. So, rather for it to be rich. So, that's my VE table. And let me guys, this will get you running on a V6. So I mean, I can go ahead and tell you, yes, if you wanted to copy these, do that at your own risk. But this motor is a stock HO 4.3, and this does work, gets it running, and it's not bad. So timing, this is one it's gonna have to be, you know, you're gonna have to play with this, and this is where you need a dyno. This is pretty generic. You know, they say decrease a degree for every pound of boost. So that's kind of what I did, but I kind of jumped down to a safe area and then I decreased. So as you can see, when I start getting up into boost, I'm only like 20 ignition time in 20, then I'm going to 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So super safe. Pulling a lot of time, and yeah, leaving some power on the table, but that's where your dyno comes in. Your idling or cruising is around about 32 degrees. 32, 36, 37 around this area here. And then deceleration, you can just set this out here generic. I got 38 degrees. Sometimes that kind of helps burn some fuel off when you come back off of deceleration. So that's why I have that set there. We'll close that out. This thing has other features, like if you go in boost and advance, you can programmable inputs and outputs. You can run fans from that, boost controllers, a lot of stuff. It also has nitrous control, launch control. So the MicroSquirt has a lot of things in it. You have startup pulse, warm up enrichment. I'm not running idle control because I'm on speed density, so and I don't have an idle control valve, so it's a lot of things you can do in here. But enough of me talking about that. you know, if you want me to, guys, you want me to do a, oops, I don't know what I just done right then. But, I think I'm logging. Oh, my bad. Nope, I'm not logging. I don't know what it's doing. But what we're going to do is we're going to exit out of here. Because I don't know what I went into right then. It was something logging. And we're going to go back into it. Key is still on. And we're going to give this thing a whirl. So, we're going to hit the key. And we're going to get you guys set up outside the car. And then bring you back in. So, no, I'm going to just go ahead and start it, guys. Let you watch the gauges. And then we'll go from there. Okay, alright. I don't know what we got going on there, but... So there we go. Alright, we're running. Fuel load. AFR hasn't picked up reading yet. Temperature is around 170. Ignition is running around about, what, 32? So let's go out to the outside. Yeah, I've got a squeaking noise that's coming from the alternator bracket that I got hooked up here. So don't pay that any mind. But she is running. She's not running too bad. That squeaking is driving me nuts. But you know, she is running. I gotta figure out something. As you can see, that alternator is moving, guys. And that belt is getting loose. But she is running. Come back here to the pipes. She sounds pretty good out the back. This car has Flowmasters on it, so she is running. Little rich right now, but like I said, auto tune feature, we can fix a lot of that. But there she go, guys. She is running. Not bad. Pretty happy with the wiring and everything that came out on this car. And let's go ahead and go into show you guys how this auto tune works. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the auto tune feature, and you just start hitting it, and it's going to start correcting sales, as you can see there, to get me to my target air fuel ratio. So we're idling around about 12 or 13. Now, as you see, it's sped up. It's fixing the fuel. It's fixing the fueling. Sounds a lot better. You gotta excuse that darn whining noise. That's about to drive me nuts. But that's coming from my accessory drive. But she is changing sales, bringing the fueling back down. Yeah, this car needs to be idled down some, but we'll do that once it fixes the fueling, and we're letting it tune. So you see it for yourself, guys. And as you see down here, the AFR is already bringing it down. Look where I want it to, 14, 13.8. That's where I wanted my idle sales at. So it works that fast. You can change the sensitivity of how well it changes. Right now it's on normal. We can go more into that in detail. Pretty familiar with it right now, and with the software. So, you know, we're still at a good temperature up there. I don't have the fan hooked up, so that's why you saw the blower on the radiator to keep that cool. Do have water in the block, but that's your AFR reading there. Let's try to give it a little throttle and see what it does. Oh Lord, I don't know what that was. So I don't know what that noise was, guys. But we're gonna go ahead and end this video. But that's it, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe.